My first night of stand-up was with you.
At Potbelly's.
At Potbelly's. And you gave me the greatest advice on a whim. An angel landed on your shoulder that night, and you saved my life, my entire career. You changed the trajectory of my career, and you gave me advice. It wasn't just about, I grabbed a Miller Lite, and I was going to go pound it before I went on stage. And you just said, I just told this to Brendan Schaub like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You said, I wouldn't do that. And
Do
I
it
said,
afterwards.
Yeah. And I said, why? And you said, if you want to take this seriously and take it, like, consider it a job, then you shouldn't make this a habit, because then you got to do it every time you get on stage. Do it afterwards. Enjoy the beer afterwards. And I went, okay. And by the way, I had never done stand-up. And that one bit of advice changed me. Kristian, I can't tell you how many times I've thought about you. I remember watching a guy do Premium Blend, and he had a bad set. And I remember Barry Katz saying, you know why he had a bad set? It's because he always had something in his hand. Yeah. He always had a drink in his hand on stage, and now he didn't have a drink on his hand. He doesn't know what to do with his hands. And I went, fuck. And I have, to this day, and people will go back and forth on whether or not how accurate this statement is, but I will tell you, 95% of my times I've ever got on stage, I have been stone fucking sober the second I walked on stage. Whether I bring a drink with me and enjoy it at the end when I tell the machine story, but that one bit of advice, that one moment changed my career, and I will forever be grateful for that. You have no idea how appreciative I am. And I understand that it's probably, I remember bringing it up a million times and then finding out that you were out here. I was looking for you. I mean, I remember looking for you. I remember you came to New York and did a set at the Boston Comedy Club.
And we were on the phone for about like an hour and a half afterwards for that too. But dude, we missed each other so many different times out here. It's really crazy because we run in the same circles, like Renazisi and Ari and all those cats are all the people that I came up with at the store. And that the reason, by the way, that I gave you that advice, because the first time I ever did stand up was at this little shithole in Tallahassee, and I can't remember what it was, like a restaurant. It was like a little stage, and I was nervous, and I got hammered. And I fell off the stage going so crazy that I was hammered. But not like Bradley Cooper in whatever the movie that he just did, the Star Is Born. But more so where it was just like I knew, and I did it a couple different times. Then we were both in fraternities, whatever. Too, I was in this fraternity, and they wanted me to headline this event. And I got so shit-faced that I passed out, and I couldn't even perform. So I was like, I'm never doing that again. I'm not doing that again because I don't need it. And then we did that. The reason why, because I had heard of you because a girl I was dating at the time, you were friends with, and her name was Tirza.
Yeah, I know Tirza.
Yeah, Tirza, so Tirza like spoke the world of you. Like she said, you got to talk to Bert and everything too. And I remember that night we were doing, and that crowd, by the way, was unruly at Potbelly's, and you crushed. Yeah. And you crushed Reverse One, and you did for your first. You probably, we always look back at our first set and go, but you crushed. And I remember thinking like that, if you can hit that kind of crowd that night, and you didn't need it. You didn't need to get hammered because you found the energy that night. And I think that's what I did, and I'm glad that helped you. It meant a lot to me when I heard that you had been saying that. So thank you.